Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And once again, welcome to the Museum of Indiana Jones. And for today's artifact, we're going to be taking a look at the Sankara Stone from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Now, according to the legends, the Sankara Stones were given to Sankara by the Hindu deity Shiva. All in all, there were 5 of them, and Shiva said to use the stones to fight evil. But much like all things that are very powerful, in the wrong hands, they can be immensely destructive. For the packaging, much like what we saw with the fertility idol, which I am happy to report that I was able to go back to Disneyland and exchange it for one that is perfect. But with the Sankara Stone here, as you can see, packaging very much like that. On the front here, you got the Sankara Stone kind of burnt into what looks like a box with an image of the stone right there. The other side here shows the Temple of the Crystal Skull, as I talked about. That's in reference to Tokyo Disneyland's attraction. Come around to the back, says top secret, Army Intel, do not open. And then again, the Epic Stunt Spectacular, which is at Disney World. Rounding things out on the opposite side, you have the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, referencing the original Indiana Jones attraction here in Anaheim, California, with inside Disneyland. And then now, just like that other one, is a slip sleeve style cover that you can lift that up. And on the inside here, you got the Disney logo, Indiana Jones, Sankara Stone with light effect, which I'll show that off. You got a gorgeous image of it. It was said that when the stones would be brought close together, the diamonds that were on the inside would light up and glow, kind of like with the power of Shiva. Which just means I'm going to have to go and buy more of these, because I only got the one. But we'll see. On the other side here, of course, you got that nice spot varnish image of Indiana Jones with his name in this ancient text that says Indiana Jones. Back section here, you have the bit of a read up here, so I'm going to zoom in here so that you can see it. I'll hold that right there for you guys so you can read it right there. Get a little bit of a history on things. Of course, you got that same spot varnish sort of thing on the other side, and then there is the stone on the front. And just like that, there we have the gorgeous stone. Now again, very, very simple in terms of a prop replica, but absolutely gorgeous. And much like that fertility idol, there's a good heft to this. I did not weigh this, but this is a solid resin piece, which does feel very, very substantial in hand. Taking a look a little bit closer so you can see, as I talked about, it is said that there were diamonds on the inside, and it's hard to tell, but it definitely feels like there's a layering between the sculpted in detail that you can see throughout it, and then a smoother element on the outside, almost like a separate section. But what I like is, as you look around here, it is not perfectly cylindrical. It has divots and edges inside there, giving it a very cool look. I mean, even like when you look up at here, I'm spoiling it for you, so let's turn that off. Maybe you didn't see it. But absolutely gorgeous all the way around. You have some lines sculpted into it, which do give a very, very organic and real feel. Good size to it as well. I feel, again, it is a fairly accurate representation, bringing in the tape measure there so that you can see how big it is. In hand, it feels right. That's the one thing that I do particularly like about it, and I do keep activating it, and I don't want to spoil it too much for you guys. Come around here to the bottom, you got these little pads which help to kind of display it. You can see it says Indiana Jones, and then you can take this, move this out. It is held on by magnets. You can also turn that off if you really wanted to, but the batteries are going to go on the inside there, and the batteries are included, which is nice. So turn that off so that you don't accidentally mess it up. But let's turn that on because I want to show it. So line that up as best as you can. Again, magnets on there, which is nice, so that holds that on there. But when you have that on there, I'm like, you don't even notice that it's there, which is really cool. But again, I don't know how well you're able to see it because I keep kind of messing it up. But there is a light up effect. There you go. You can see as you would bring these Sankara stones close together, they would light up. And in the film, we saw 3 of them. There was supposed to be a total of 5. And you can see the extra 2 kind of hanging off on the side, but the 3 here were what Indiana Jones was going to try and recover. But But you know, what's very cool about this is the light up effect. You see, I keep pushing this area right here, which kind of hides it. You put your finger there very lightly, and it will light up. Well, did I put it there? Did I put it in the right spot? Maybe I'm, maybe it's that part. I literally almost can't tell where that spot is. Maybe it's this spot right here. You put your finger there. Is that it? There we go. Yeah, so you really can't tell that there's a button there, but it is touch sensitive. So you just kind of like rub your finger on there and it lights up. So let's turn the lights off so you can get a better look at how that effect actually works. All right, so here we have my studio lights completely off. And again, I'm going to rub that section and boom. You can see that it does light up very nicely. Now, when you do get it lit up like that, you can kind of see a little square piece right there. That's the piece that you're going to touch to turn off. So it does kind of show, but you put it on the back and you're not going to see it. But that does light up very, very nicely. I'm very impressed with it. Now, the lower section here where the like electronic section are, like you can kind of see down here, doesn't light up as much on camera. In hand, though, it is a little bit darker, but also still lights up. So let me see if I can turn on some of my lights here so you can kind of see what's going on. So if I just turn these lights off, I don't like doing it, but you can, there you go. You can see that that lights up down at the bottom, but there is a darker element. But again, you come around to the back, you got that little pad, you just rub your finger on it, it's just touch, and then it slowly fades off, and you can do it again, slowly fades on. Absolutely gorgeous, though. Really is a very impressive prop replica. Very simple in the execution of what is happening with this, but gorgeous nonetheless. And I guess, you know, in terms of you know, a completionist sort of thing, you really should have 3 just to kind of go along with it. But beautiful piece, $80, so it is a little bit more expensive. And I feel like I was putting this in. There we go. So it is a little bit more expensive of a piece, but not as expensive as that fertility idol. And subsequently, the cheapest is the Holy Grail, which I will probably get. It's not going to find a place in my collection. I do know that. I have seen it in person, and I have an unlicensed one that I have had for many, many years that I just ultimately think looks better. But this is absolutely wonderful. Super fun. The light up gimmick in here is really cool. Very easy to do, and just kind of completes the piece. I dig it. I absolutely do. So there you go, guys. There's my look at the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom Sankara Stone prop replica. If you are local here to Disneyland, it is available right now inside the park. Or you can go on to shopdisney.com, where it is also available. And they are running some good promotions right now with free shipping and things of that nature. So if you are an Indiana Jones fan, I would absolutely recommend picking this up. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you would show your support by either A, becoming a channel member, or B, just hitting that thumbs up button. Both really do go a long way towards helping me out, and I would appreciate any support that you're able to do. And finally, guys, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you all for watching and taking the time to be a kid.